Working with emotions when you have a chronic illness. Now this is a really important topic and there's lots of different aspects to it. First, I'd like to say if you can get a counsellor, if you can afford it and if you can find someone who's a really good fit, then that is definitely a good thing to do. But beyond that, there's lots of kind of mindfulness, meditation-based practices which can really help with this. And one which I use myself, and there's lots of different variations of it, but it all kind of comes down to the same thing, is to notice the emotions as they reside in your body. Okay, so emotions, when they're strong, they have a place in your body. It might be in your chest, it might be in your heart, it might be in your face, but there's definitely a physical location where that emotion is kind of manifesting. It could be some fear, it could be some grief, it could be some anger. And what you do in these various practices is you basically just rest your mind on those sensations. So you find the area in your body where you're feeling most uncomfortable. You slow down your mind, slow down your breathing, get into a good posture, and then just spend some time hanging out with the emotions as they present themselves to your awareness. And a good analogy for this, a good metaphor, is like a hen sitting on an egg. And one of the reasons that's a good metaphor is because the hen is bringing warmth. Okay, so in that warmth of that awareness, resting on this uncomfortable feeling, you're not trying to change it, you're not trying to push it away, but you're simply resting with it and allowing your good intention, your compassion, your kindness to yourself, just to kind of hold it and nurture it. And you will probably find that after a few minutes of doing this, that the intensity of the emotion will have diminished. And if you like, you can then move on to a different place in your body where you've got emotions present. It's a really good idea to get into this practice, to get familiar with it, to get to the point where as and when something difficult comes up, you can quite quickly get into the space where you're kind of nursing or nurturing yourself through it. It's also a good idea to practice even on the days when there isn't a particularly strong emotion. This is by no means essential, but it's a good habit to get into. And then you may notice there's some quite subtle emotions that maybe could, with the right triggers, kind of blow up into something a bit more stronger, a bit more uncomfortable. But you kind of nip them in the bud in the sense of hanging out with them, giving them that kind of loving presence and allowing them to just kind of be, to exist, and as and when they're ready, to let go. So that's a kind of somatic approach to working with emotions, and this is one that I personally find very, very helpful. Thanks for watching.